Hello, Stuart here from HobbyKing.com, here with Durafly's first release for 2015. It's not a model, but it is something you can use in your new Durafly models. It is a Durafly ESC programming card. Now, starting with the Durafly Ugly Stick and the EFX Racer, you'll see these new Durafly exclusive speed controllers installed. So again, they're in the Ugly Stick and the EFX, and from every new release from that point on, will feature one of these special Durafly ESCs. Now, the reason I say that is because if you have one of these Durafly ESCs and you want to program it, you can now use the programming card for those speed controllers. Now, there is a bunch of parameters on this card. It's very, very easy to use. I'll show you in just a minute, but let me quickly talk you through the card. I think if we've got a close up there. Now, it's pretty much a standard setting in terms of aeroplane configuration for a speed controller. If we start at the top here, we've got your battery choice, either nickel metal hydride or lithium polymer. By default, you note the default setting, by the way, by the white highlight of the setting. So as we go down, we've got RPM off. That is actually a helicopter setting. If you so wish to use your speed controller in a helicopter, you can. You've got the soft start option. You've got brake on or off. You have the timing, auto being self-determining, or low for in-runner motors, or high for most outrunner motors. As we go down, we've got the rotation direction. If you're unable to swap the wires around in your motor to change the rotation, you can do it via the programming card. As we go down, we've got the cutoff. Now that's the voltage cutoff. We've gone for a nice safe default cutoff of 3.2 volts per cell. Great. If you want to go a little higher for added safety, please do. You can adjust the jumper and there you go. Or if you want to go a little bit lower for a little bit longer flight times, you can go to 3 volts per cell. But we do recommend the 3.2 volts. And the final one is the cutoff type. So whether the power reduces or whether it hard cuts off as the pack comes to an end when you're flying. So they're the main features of the speed controller. Now, how to use the programming card is very, very simple, as I mentioned before. It's a case of just plugging it in and adding some power, and then hey presto, your speed controller is set to the predetermined settings on the card. I'll show you how that works right now. So if we come down here, you'll see on this terminal, we've got a negative, a positive, and a signal wire. That is for your speed controller. So take your Durafly speed controller. We're getting this here. We plug it in thus. There we go. Now at this point, it's ready for the battery to be connected to the speed controller, which is in turn connected to the motor. Now I must stress, if you are doing this in a model, do remove the propeller from the motor just for safety. Now at this point, and with all the parameters set, say for example, if I want to change the rotation of the motor, I would go from normal, which is the default as you would receive it, and then I take this jumper down to reverse, as you see there. And that means when I plug this in and you hear a beep from the motor, that motor is now reversed and the setting is saved. So let's just give that a go. Plug your power source in and wait for the beep. That beep confirms that the rotation of this motor has now changed. And of course the same applies to all the other settings here as well. Now if I unplug that, the only other pin that you have here is for say an opto ESC. If your speed controller is not able to take power from your battery and needs a separate power source, you can just plug a UBEC onto there, or a 4-cell nickel metal hydride receiver pack, for example, onto there to power the card. The result will be the same. Anyway, that is the Durafly ESC programming card available right now. It will work currently on the Das Ugly Stick and the EFX Racer, but on all new Durafly releases from those models on. So all models for this year, 2015 and beyond, will work with this programming card. Look out for that on the new items page very soon, in fact right now. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Look out for new releases from Durafly coming in the spring, and we'll see you then.